What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is recap time for Six Nations round 4. What a round it was, and I do apologize for being late. It's just been a hectic few days and I needed time to just take a break on the weekend, rethink a few things, what I want to do and achieve and how I'm going to do it and all that stuff. But I am back stronger than ever and hoping to continue this journey, growing this channel, because this for me is the ultimate goal and achievement, is growing this platform, and I really hope to continue it. But let's get to the amazing rugby we witnessed over the weekend. Wales versus Scotland was an interesting game, not the prettiest, especially for the Welsh, but we definitely saw an improvement from Scotland. England, Italy, pretty much a dominant performance from England, showing why they still believe that they are contenders for the Six Nations Championship. And then we got Sunday's game, which was Ireland versus France. Ireland pretty much showed dominance throughout that first half, and then second half they lost it a bit and allowed the French rugby team back in to score tries, which to me shouldn't have happened. They should have continued that performance that they started at the front. But if we go back to the Welsh game against Scotland, it's never easy beating Scotland in Scotland, but I thought the Welsh team looked a little disjointed. They had their moments of spark and where they capitalised on a point scoring opportunity, but for me Scotland looked a lot better as to what they were in the previous games. They missed a lot of opportunities. There were opportunities that I feel that they could have capitalised on and maybe had gotten to get better results, but unfortunately it wasn't the case for them. If we look at brief stats, Scotland had the possession and the territory, 59% and 60% territory, which, if you look at it, is always an interesting stat, because sometimes we often see the winning team actually have the lower order there. But overall, Scotland were in that game. They had 152 runs to 120 of Wales. 398 metres run to 223 for Wales. 10 clean breaks, 10 clean breaks. Even Stevens there. 150 tackles, 214 tackles for Wales, meaning they were on the defence a lot. But here's a stat that Wales need to improve on. Scotland missed 15 tackles. Wales missed 36. Albeit, yes, they had more, but they need to make sure that they get those tackles right, because the Irish are going to run through. It's not going to be it's going to be a bigger battle, because both teams are wanting more. Both teams are wanting to capitalise on opportunities. So if they don't get that right, we could see a bit of an upset. But overall, Scotland were a lot better than what we've seen in the past. And I think for them it's going to be sad that the only big win was against Italy. But again, it's not been their year, but a lot of work needs to be done for Gregor as they go on for the World Cup in this final round that's coming up this weekend. But overall from Wales, they need to work on the discipline side of things, capitalising opportunities, making sure that their handling errors are on point and that tackling is on point too, because we all know Jacob Stockdale is quick and he could run through and cause a few headaches. So it's going to be important for him to really sit fast and play the game properly. Well, for the defence to play the game properly. So overall, a bit of a disjointed game, not the prettiest, but I still believe Wales have the potential to go the extra mile and make history this weekend. But they need to really just sit down, regroup and focus, and just show the world what they are capable of and what they make of it, and capitalise on opportunities, because they've had their moments of brilliance, but they've also had their moments where there's been a few question marks, and they need to fix those question marks so they are ready. Gatlin can do it, Jones can do it. It's a quality class team that just need to regroup and get it right. If we look at England versus Italy, unfortunately not much really to go on about here, because it was just a pure domination of a game. England getting 57 points. Italy, on the other hand, getting that first try in the 12th minute must have definitely caused a few, or ruffled a few feathers, but England capitalised with Johnny May in the 15th minute. So England were definitely ahead, but they ran riot on that game. It was truly, truly a great performance. interesting talking about possession. 61 possession and 61 territory to the Italians. But again, England are running, scoring tries, and not always having the ball. Meters run, obviously, 122, 160, 643 meters run to 337, 22 clean breaks, 5 for Italy. So the tackles, 176, 132 missed tackles, 23 to 24. Pretty spot on there, but not spot on, similar. But turnovers and knock-on, 10 and 6, 10 to England. So England pretty much dominating that game, and it was pretty much what we expected, which is sad for the Italians. I know Eddie Jones has mentioned that Six Nations Rugby need to implement relegation mode. Is it maybe time? I honestly think Italy had their best season that they've had in a while. Yes, they didn't get a win, but I thought they showed a lot of character and class and growth. But unfortunately for them, it just wasn't enough to get that final result in, which was very much needed. But well done to England. 3 points, split the 3. I mean, it's going to be an amazing weekend, this weekend of rugby, and I honestly cannot wait to see what's going to happen. And that brings us to the final game of the weekend, Ireland versus France. Now, like I just said in the start here, Ireland really looked good in that first half. I saw a lot of strength and going at the dominance. They were scoring the points, they were capitalising. I thought Sexton looked good. And Ireland seemed to look like they were regrouping, in my opinion. But then second half, they seemed to drop down, which was unfortunate. I mean, you got home advantage, you got everything going for you. They got the bonus point, but I think then they sat back a bit and didn't attack, which to me they should have. To just continue it. Maybe they're making a surprise for Wales that we don't quite know about, but they did breeze past France. But they allowed them back, and in this game against Wales, you cannot allow these teams back. You've got to play to the best of your ability and give it your absolute all. If you allow a team back, that can make or break you. We've seen it before. Ask the All Blacks. They are the kings at winning, or destroying or winning in those final minutes. So it's important that Ireland don't allow that to happen again, because that could be the decision. If we look at possession, Ireland dominated, 65% in the possession territory, 72. So Ireland were there. They definitely were there. Clean breaks, 8 versus 3. 8 obviously to Ireland. 105 tackles, 205 obviously because of the attack mode. 26 missed tackles, 33 for France, which actually isn't too bad from a statistical point of view. Turnover knock-ons, 11 for Ireland and 8 for France. Meters run, 386 versus 138. So obviously the Irish were running a rampage at the start there, but that second half for me is a question mark. Rory Best scoring a try in the 3rd minute, great stuff from him. Johnny Sexton picking up his try in the 33rd or in the 30th. I thought a big improvement from him. Jack Conan getting one in the 36th minute. Keith Earls, the legend, scoring another one, 56th minute, and then Sexton getting some points over. Johan Huget for France in the 77th, and Camille Chat in the 81st minute. Again, yes, it's the end of the game. Yes, you've already got your bonus point, but they've got to be careful and make sure that they capitalise. Just going back to Scotland, obviously Darcy Graham getting the only try for Scotland, and Josh Adams and Jonathan Davies, great try that he scored. So overall, great weekend of rugby. It's pretty much laid it out for us, but the top 3 are really going to be running rampage, and I'm going to save that talk for the next video coming up, because I'm going to highlight these 3 games or these 3 teams, and because it's just so close. It's going to be an absolutely epic weekend. But what a weekend from before. I can't believe we've reached the pretty much final round of this tournament. It's been absolutely amazing, such exciting rugby, and it's so good for the Northern Hemisphere to see this competitiveness going forward, and I'm really excited to see what it brings to us in this weekend to come. Obviously for France, Italy and Scotland, there's not much to play for but pride, but there's a big game. Scotland versus England could be an upset. You never know. Ireland, Wales, who knows? Italy, France, very curious about that game because the French have not been the strongest, especially in set piece. Could the Italians shock the world and beat the French? We will have to wait and see. You'll have to wait and see for the predictions, but they will be up this week, that I promise. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel so you don't miss out on those videos. Thanks so much for watching, and thank you so much for those who are patiently waiting for me. I do apologize again, but it's time I need it off. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.